Hello everyone and welcome to Valamore Things. Feel free to follow me to see more of my content. Thank you and I hope you'll enjoy the video. Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're playing a Rakdos Death Shadow as we did in the last video. Since many of you asked to play it again with some modifications to the deck list, here I am to see if the deck is viable or that 5-0 was just a random result. So, as many of you suggested, we cut the 2 Seal of Fire and I put 1 Fatal Push more and 1 Bonecrusher Giant more. So why Bonecrusher Giant? It's not there for his giant part, but for the stomp part. Because the stomp part can prevent the One Ring from preventing the damage and lose us the game. So when an opponent casts the One Ring, we just ping ourselves or just one random target, so damage cannot be prevented the turn we attack. But you will see that in the video, I suppose. Other than that, I also cut 1 Fell the Profane and added 1 Marsh Flats, since I felt Fell the Profane sometimes cut off as red, so I really didn't want it to be cut off red. So, yep, 1 fetch land could do the job. As for the sideboard, I cut 1 Unlicensed Hearse and put 1 K command, as many of you suggested that we might have needed something against the Trinisphere, Chalice of the Void, and I don't know, some sort of artifact hate or whatever artifact we might get rid of. So, if you've seen my previous video, you already know about this deck. We got a 5-0 in the last league we played. If you don't know about my previous video, before watching this, go watch that video. So I saw that I gained like 20 subscribers thanks to that video. I'm so glad that we did. Thank you so much for subscribing as usual. Without further talking, we can jump into today's league and see if the 5-0 was luck or if we can do that again. Stay with me for this league. Here we are for game number 1.
Oh hey! Please subscribe to the channel down here. Only 9% of you are actually subscribed. This will help me a lot. Thank you so much. Bye!
Ayashi mono red deck? Yes, that's it. So my Thoughtseize revealed a few things and I decided to pick Lightning Bolt. Opponent then proceeded to go Cleansing Fire. We don't really care about that. We can already play 2 big bodies and my opponent doesn't really have anything to deal against them and just plays a Sidon Pyromancer. So I think we can go with the Phoenix already for 8 damage. Temur Battle Rage, opponent down to 4. So why did I play the Temur Battle Rage now? Because I knew that my opponent didn't had a single answer to such a big Phoenix. So in the end, what happened is that we instantly won against KKJG. So I don't know what might happen in the next game, but I think this is a pretty favorable matchup since they just destroy some random lands and we have 2 basics and that's all we need. And they don't have something like Terminate or Fatal Push, or they just go Unholy Heat and whatever, but that shadow is usually too big for Unholy Heat to kill. So on with the next game. So let's take a look at the sideboard here, but I don't think I really brought in anything. Yeah, I brought in a pair of Charmos and I brought out 1 Street Wraith and 1 Troll of Khazad-dum. Because as you can see, my opponent plays a lot of colorless lands, so Charmo could be a big threat that they cannot deal with. So we discarded the Cleansing Wildfire because we really want to be able to have double red for the Charmo in case. So opponent already played his Mishra's Research Desk. We got Feed of Ruin into Inti probably. Yeah, pass the turn. So I know opponent has Galvanic Discharge. I know they have a lot of these lands. But I'm better off having my opponent killing Inti instead of, I don't know. Oh, here comes the Charmo. That's a big deal. Opponent has to see another discharge in order to block us, probably. Yeah, and we broke our opponent land. They cracked the Field of Ruin, and yes, they have the second discharge. But we don't really care because now we have a super huge Death Shadow. And opponent just conceded. That was so fast. I mean, yeah. This is probably a deck that could be effective against... I don't know, I guess nothing. It's just too slow to play. I mean, Demolition Field does nothing up on turn 3, until up turn 3. While you do that, opponent already has tons of also Pride tokens that you cannot get rid of. Yeah, I mean, okay, you have Galvanic Discharge and you probably play also Amped Raptor, but also Mishra's Research Desk is just too slow. So yeah, that was a fast win. Match number 2. We are now on the play, and with this we are like 6 wins in a row. I guess we can easily play Nethergoyf, regardless of what my opponent is playing. What is my opponent? Oh, Tron. I think we have a pretty favorable matchup against Tron, but I don't want to lie. So we need one more turn. I think I can do one more damage here by discarding the Troll. I was saying we need one more turn to put that Shadow into play. But let's see what my opponent does, because it's not always easy to beat Tron. They're giving us a bunch of time, but it might not be enough. They could go something like the One Ring next turn, and we're just cracked. I don't know. I think I should play that Shadow, both of them, regardless. And see what happens on next turn. I think I can win with a Temur Battle Rage top deck. The One Ring? Myco Spawn. Okay. I don't have anything to fatal push that guy. Oh, nice, a Street Wraith. That's oh, and a fetch land. That's exactly what I wanted. Did we just won? Oh, why did I play the Blood Crypt? Oh, that was a huge mistake. So I'm stopping the video right now. So I just made a huge mistake here. I wanted to play the Verdant Catacombs and crack it, you know. So I could have just fatal pushed the Myco Spawn, and also I would have pumped the Nethergoyf of 1. And that would have been like no blocks, 4, 4, and 3 damage, 11 damage, and my opponent would have been probably dead. Not on that turn, but very low on HP. I did such a stupid and huge mistake. Hopefully everything will be okay. So now opponent has a lot of mana. They can just crack everything you have. Fortnite Seer? That's okay. We have the fetch land, so we can kill that. And my opponent too. But they will probably have that K command. Yeah. That's a K command coming. That's a K command. Sure, that was expected. They're gonna exile. Oh, and we picked the One Ring out of my opponent's hand. They have a Devour and a Sowing Myco Spawn. It's not gonna be easy. Oh well, I have a Phoenix, so I can probably win here. No, because he will just block. He didn't exile, by the way. He chose to draw a card. And he can go Devour. And, oh, all his dust. He top decked on all his dust. Ooh, it's gonna hurt me. Opponent is down to 1, by the way. I just need a creature, and I can just Detective Phoenix. That's a Lightning Bolt. Well, that will do it. GG. Nice top deck. Ooh, I got lucky. My mistake was about to kill me. Oh, I swear to God, I'm not that bad of a player in paper. Okay, 1-0 against Tron. On with the next match. Game. game. On with the next game. I think that's already a meme, the fact that I cannot recognize matches from games. So we have a Damping Sphere and also Charmos come in, and we got Bolts, Fatal Push, Wraith, Troll of Khazad-dum, and a Deluge. So yeah, turn 2 Damping Sphere is not that bad, not that great either, but I mean, we're not facing through the breach, we're facing Tron. So yeah, okay, Damping Sphere is gonna play a role here. I have to play it now, because if my opponent has Tron next turn, no other options. Oh, and I'm keeping that Charmo on top. You can probably just play Training Sphere, and I can go Charmo, and mostly win the game, probably. Oh, yeah, Training Sphere, that's okay. I draw the Charmo, I fetch Blood Crypt. So, if you're watching this part of the game, guys, which of the Tron lands is the best one to crack? Someone told me it's not Tower. Never crack the Tower. But I don't know why, though. I don't think it matters at all. You're just power plant, we got lucky. So should I crack the Training Sphere or not? Oh, Phoenix into the graveyard, okay. Now we even have Delirium. But this means opponent can K-command. But I could have regardless. Okay, K-command. That's fine. Now he can play the One Ring, probably. Yeah, I forgot about Damping Sphere. I wanted to play my Nethergoyf. I mean, Training Sphere was not really important. Now opponent has the One Ring. Okay, oh gosh. I don't think we can win from here. So, probably playing my Nethergoyf, bestowing the Phoenix and pass the turn. Opponent draws with the One Ring. Okay, so opponent has nothing, apparently. K-command, once more, exiling Nethergoyf. I love the fact that we keep the Phoenix on the battlefield. Opponent drawing with the One Ring once more. So many cards. Oh, Eugene Slab. Talisman. Pick your poison. Oh, shit. Okay, Devour. Okay. So, this... Okay, I think I can win on the spot. So, what I did here, it was fast because the replay is very fast, but I discarded my opponent's card, losing 2 life. And after that, I had exactly the right amount of things in my graveyard to be able to play Death Shadow and Detective Phoenix, giving Death Shadow flying. So, and that's how I won. My opponent conceded as soon as he saw that. Well, I mean, I would have still won because I could have just, bestowed the Phoenix into the other Phoenix and swing, and my opponent would have taken 3 damage from the ring. So I would have still won. I think I was decently lucky this game because my opponent didn't saw anything relevant. After he played the One Ring and cracked my Damping Sphere. I mean, no All Is Dust, nothing relevant really. Nothing relevant. So yeah, I think I was lucky, or he was unlucky, or both of the possibilities. By the way, we're up 2-0 in this league and 7-0 so far with this deck. That's insane. It's probably my best record ever with a deck. Well, let's meet into match number 3. So we are on the draw. So I keep this hand because we have No. What is even my opponent playing? Oh, he's probably that. Sorry, that, yeah. Emery, Self-Mill, Underworld Breach, Fang. So now I'm gonna discard the Underworld Breach, just to be sure. Yep. So, Breach is gone. Opponent still has 4 cards in hand, but no blue. They have the third Bauble, not bad. So I think I should just play Inti. Swing with the Nether. Oh, yeah, sure. Unholy Heat. Yeah. Swing with the Nethergoyf. And end of turn, fetch into Troll of Khazad-dum, probably. Okay. Yes, and we grab a Blood Crypt. So my opponent is doing nothing right now, but we aren't doing much better so far. I have so much mana that in a few turns I can cast the Troll of Khazad-dum, which is odd. Okay, pass back to my opponent. What is my opponent doing right now? So they just draw. They have 2 unknown cards so far. Okay, why is he attacking with the Awarenment? Is there a trap or something? What's he doing? Oh yeah, well, we're down to 4, so he's probably trying to race us. Opponent is down to 9. We played the second Nethergoyf and a tapped Blood Crypt. Opponent probably conceding at this point. Nope, not conceding. I can probably go. No. They have Lightning Bolt. I will not Deluge at 1. No. I know they have Lightning Bolts. So I'm just gonna swing with 1 because I don't want to fall under Lightning Bolt and just lose out of nowhere. This game is won. I mean, this turn I can just go Commercial District. By the way, my opponent is very unlucky. Unholy Heat. Well, okay. We draw another Nethergoyf. So can they win out of nowhere here? We know they have 2 unknown cards in hand. They just need a blue source to start doing something. Oh, we can now play the Troll of Khazad-dum. Wow. I should probably do that. Opponent down to 7. Yeah, hardcast the Troll of Khazad-dum. When you think you've witnessed everything in the Magic the Gathering game, hardcast the Troll of Khazad-dum by that shadow. Opponent, Malevolent Rumble. They grab the Mountain. I was expecting the Breeding Pool to be grabbed. Okay. Deluge at 1. Unholy Heat. Okay, so at this point I was already sure they couldn't have bolted. Opponent gets down to 4. Another Nethergoyf. And we go down to 1 and we discard whatever they might have. And opponent conceded, so probably my choice was a bit reckless. Because I could have died to bolt several times. And my opponent was just so unlucky to not find a single blue source in almost half his deck. So another time we're being very lucky with our draws. So yeah, I'm not complaining. Well, not our draws because they were mediocre at best. But also my opponent was completely screwed. Well, next game. So here we are, this time on the draw, of course. So I boarded out 1 Troll, 1 Street Wraith, 1 Deluge, 1 Detective Phoenix, 2 Unholy Heats, and I brought in K-Command and the full Graveyard Hate. And also Long Goodbyes, and I also brought out Mishra's Bauble. And also I brought in Damping Sphere because my opponent cannot combo off under Damping Sphere. So if you know how this deck works, they just basically replay all their deck through a loop with Mox and Grinding Station and Underworld Breach, milling themselves for basically all their deck. Tamio, we're gonna get rid of that instantly. So our hand is lacking something. And also we took a mulligan to 5. By the way, it's not always easy to see if we mulligan or not through the replay. I wish I could register these games live so that you can witness everything I do live, but I tried and videos were like forever long and I don't know how to edit them and cut them fast enough to this thing to be to be working. Oh, the One Ring, we're doomed. We don't even have anything on the battlefield and they also have the One Ring. Sorry. I might be tired, but it's actually like 3 p.m. So I shouldn't really be. Okay, Malevolent Rumble. My opponent is drawing an insane amount of cards. You're the Saga. A Tormod script, yeah. Okay, that's enough for me to concede from here. So I think I had a mulligan to 5. And that my hand was very mediocre. So I only had one DRC that got instantly hit away. And nothing much, like a push we use on Tamiya. Yeah, we saw the Damping Sphere, but I mean, in the long run, they can just win through the Damping Sphere. They will just find a solution or just float me under their Saga tokens and just win the game. So yeah, nothing else to say. 1-on-1, the first defeat of this league, but we can win the match, by the way. So what's happening here? DRC. We put a DRC into the graveyard. Mishra's Bauble. Opponent has a pretty decent start with Unholy Heat, of course, and Mox Ember. So, Inti. By the way, I was thinking about replacing Inti with Orcish Bowmasters, because Inti most of the time does absolutely nothing. So we're gonna crack the Mox Ember here and discard the Thassa's Oracle. And by the way, my opponent discarded the Thassa's Oracle after our K command. Here's the Saga into Malevolent Rumble. What did my opponent took with Malevolent Rumble? Oh, they took the One Ring. Okay, we're not scared of the One Ring because we have Bonecrusher Giant, and you will see how this works. So my opponent will play the One Ring. We baited them into playing the One Ring. So here I stopped the video. So here we add a choice. We could have killed my opponent's Eldrazi spawn, and thinking that they might not have the 4th land to play the One Ring. Or we could have baited them into play the One Ring because we have Stomp and we can win the game on the spot, probably, thanks to that. So stay with me and look at what will happen in a moment. So we have a Detective Phoenix, so of course we're gonna stomp ourselves, pumping both of our Death Shadow, putting a Detective Phoenix on the Death Shadow, swinging the opponent. Damage cannot be prevented thanks to Stomp, and we win the game. So as you can see here, damage can't be prevented this turn. This means that the protection here my opponent has from the One Ring is completely useless. Also, we cannot target our opponent because he has protection. So I targeted myself, and by doing so I lost 2 life, and by doing so I pumped +2/+2 my Death Shadows, and that was enough to kill my opponent. So here my opponent took the bait and played the One Ring. And as you can see, one off Stomp just won us an otherwise probably lost game. And I am so happy about that, because it's something I thought about and that was relevant, and I am so happy. So we are at this point, recap, 3-0 in this league. 3-0 in this league. 8 games without being defeated. 8 games without being defeated. So this deck is looking very, very solid. Let's see if once more we can grab the goddamn trophy. So here we are for the 4th match of this league. We are facing a third lawyer. And we start off with a Mishra's Bauble, revealing a Northish Bowmaster from our opponent's hand, and we pass the turn. Are we gonna draw a land? Or a removal? A land. What is my opponent doing? Verdant Catacombs pass the turn. Are they playing like some sort of Dimir Shadow or something? By the way, we discarded the Troll and grabbed a Blood Crypt. We discard a Street Wraith. We now fetch, grabbing another Blood Crypt. Playing an Inti that is surely gonna die to Fatal Push, end of turn. Yep, 100%. I mean, Inti never survives. White of the Reliquary, what? I wasn't expecting that. That's okay, we just stomp that thing. Huck 2, stomp on that thing. Is that even a meme? By the way, opponent played Grist. We reveal a Flavor of Malice from my opponent's top of the deck. We now play a Detective Phoenix and another Detective Phoenix on my Death Shadow, and we swing on the Grist. Was that the right move? Probably yes. So my opponent is not blocking, of course, because Death Shadow flies. So let's see what happens. So what happened here is that my opponent allowed me to freely swing with my Death Shadow and then play a Bonecrusher Giant. They're gonna probably Flavor of Malice right now. By the way, we revealed our opponent's hand and they had 2 Bowmasters and 2 Flavor of Malice. So they're gonna fire 1 Flavor of Malice now. They're gonna play the second Bowmaster. They only have 1 Flavor of Malice in their hand. We're down to 2 HP, by the way. They're gonna fire a Fatal Push. Oh, I thought they had a Flavor of Malice. Well, sorry. I love the fact that Phoenix sticks on the battlefield once they die, if you bestow them. They have another Phoenix, so this is a risky move. But I can win on next turn, while I can stay alive this turn, acting like that, no matter what, since my opponent only had 1 draw. And we won this game. So, game number 2. Game number 2, here we are. So the sideboard, I brought out, as usual, 1 Troll, 1 Street Wraith, 1 Mishra's Bauble, and I brought in 1 Toxic Deluge, 1 Pyroclasm, and I don't remember the last one. The last card? Probably 1. Yeah, the Unlicensed Hearse, right. So we're gonna discard the White of the Reliquary. So my opponent has a pretty rusty hand. Oh, and they find the second swamp. And of course they find the White of the Reliquary from the top. The Thoughtseize bag. Okay, so he's gonna attack now. Because Grist. Attack. Oh no! Oh no! He sacked the insect and found a bazooka bug. Oh, he destroyed me. Oh gosh, and he only had a Bloodghast. I already knew about that. I shouldn't have played Thoughtseize. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede that. GG. So, my opponent completely annihilated me with that bazooka bug play. That was awesome. Also, my opponent's deck is very interesting. Bloodghast, Saga, Grease, White of the Reliquary, Flare of Malice. Oh, Endurance? Oh. Well, my opponent doesn't have the mana to play any of the things he has in hand. So that was an odd keep. He needs a huge amount of luck to come back from that. Also, I'm probably farming off the second Thoughtseize. I'm gonna put Deluge into the... Oh, and another White of the Reliquary, but he didn't have the mana to play it. But just in case, I'm gonna discard that. It's too strong. So he plays a Saga, Bloodghast. He can now fire the Flare of Malice if he wants to. So if my opponent could... So now, my opponent only has Endurance and Flare of Malice, right? And another unknown card. So... and a Saga. So he needs a lot to come back from here. He really needs a lot of effort. So what is my opponent up to? Saga up to 2, okay. Overgrown Tomb, yep. Bloodghast coming back. That's the worst possible outcome we have here. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I'm already feeling my last. Oh gosh. Should I? So they have Bloodghast. Do they have Flare of Malice? They're just gonna exile my graveyard, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I can discard the Phoenix. Exiling a Street Wraith, which we don't like. 4 damage to my opponent's face. So here I should have just played the Detective Phoenix no matter what on Inti, because now my opponent is gonna exile it, and I made a huge mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I made a huge mistake. Oh gosh, he's gonna exile my Phoenix. Yeah, I should have just played the Phoenix on Inti. I don't know why I didn't though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I could have. I don't know why I didn't. That's a huge mistake, and I think I threw my game. I didn't want to probably play the Phoenix because I didn't want to lose Delirium, but it won't matter. I would have lost Delirium anyways. So here I made a huge mistake. Otherwise, I could have probably just easily won with a Phoenix up here. Unholy Heat, that's a good card. I'm gonna fire that off. Street Wraith into the graveyard. My opponent has Endurance, by the way. They're going down to 8. So they have Endurance and 2 unknown cards. Okay. Swing with a Bloodghast, I probably take. Nethergoyf. Why doesn't so? My opponent top deck, one after another. Green source. Another green source. Okay. Nethergoyf and White of the Reliquary. His last 4 draws. That was insanely good. I mean, I made mistakes, but at this point, even with a stupid Phoenix on Inti, I still would have lost. So this won't have mattered at all. This was just... gosh. Okay, that's a 3-1. 8 wins, 1 lost, which is good. Not impressive, but good. Let's see what happens in the final match, since we lost the trophy already. Okay, here's the last game. Sorry, last match. Against Giganta, so it's probably Mardu energy, seeing my opponent's picture up here, avatar, whatever it's called. And we see a plains, yeah, that's it. We're gonna discard. So Ajani is gone. My opponent still has Obnixilis, Bowmasters, and Galvanic Discharge. We have a Deluge, so we probably have a shot there. We're gonna fetch 4 types into the graveyard. Nethergoyf and Phoenix. But opponent is gonna fire a Galvanic Discharge, killing my Nethergoyf. Yeah, I was stupid. I shouldn't have. But at least they wasted the Galvanic Discharge. Okay, Foundry tapped. They have 1 unknown card in hand. Okay, Blood Crypt tapped, swing with the Phoenix. Opponent down to 15. No way I can bring back my Nethergoyf anytime soon. Okay, Bowmasters. My opponent can probably just play Obnixilis at this point. Yes, they do. Okay, so copy and original. The original gets -2 and the copy gets +1. That's okay, I guess we take the damage. I would have plussed both of them. Ocelot Pride. That's scary. Luckily we have Deluge. With this guy, oh, another troll. I think 4 trolls might actually be a little bit too much. So Deluge for 1. We kill everything. We kill 1 Obnixilis in combat. And of course the devil is pinging the final damage to my Phoenix. Opponent Ajani. Bowmasters. Okay, I don't have another Deluge. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. Yes, that's GG. So that deck has the ability to actually, out of nowhere, completely flood the board with things. With Ajani, Bowmasters, Raptor, everything they have is a 2-for-1. Or even 3-for-1 with Ajani. It's insane. Ocelot Pride, that just too much. By the way, we discarded an Imped Raptor from our opponent's hand. They have a Fatal Push, we knew about that, but I prefer my Nethergoyf dying instead of my Death Shadow, so I proceeded that way. Opponent played the Godless Shrine and the Mountain, giving me some informations. I'm gonna discard the Troll of Khazad-dum, grabbing a Blood Crypt. So I can now play my Death Shadow plus my Detective Phoenix. And remember, if Shadow dies, Phoenix sticks to the battlefield. So opponent is down to 12. And Bowmasters, yep. I knew about that. So what's the worst thing they can do right now to us? Probably, I don't know, Raptor into Flage? Well, that's lucky. I can probably just fire off a Deluge at 1, clear the board and swing. Opponent is down to 2. Even if they kill the Shadow. Yep, Flage was the only thing saving them probably, but they didn't draw 1 or a land. So, but I wonder, my opponent had this plane in hand. Or where did this plane go? Oh, also, yeah, no Flage into the graveyard. Flage was exiled with the Raptor. Okay, 1-on-1. We are playing for the 4-1, guys. So, many of you asked to show my sideboard plays, so I'm gonna do that. I'm keeping on one lander, by the way, because we have a whole 1 mana hand. So I brought out Wraith, Troll of Khazad-dum, 2 Baubles, and I brought in, and also Inti, and I brought in Pyroclasm, Deluge, and Surgical Extraction against Flage. So we started off with a Thoughtseize one more time, and opponent revealed a Surgical with their Amped Raptor, and we have another discard spell grabbing the Ajani, so also a few lands are gone already. This thing is also gone. I think we should kill the Fatal Push right now. Oh, Ocelot's Pride and Giganta to hand. Opponent still has a Fatal Push, I guess. Rocco's Theater and Galvanic Discharge. So they're gonna fire, yeah, the Fatal Push, the Discharge. That's it. Swing with the Pride, we're gonna bolt. They gonna, oh, another Ajani. Well, we're just gonna stop that. Huck 2, stop at that thing. Okay. What does my opponent has in hand? Is he keeping the Rocko's? Oh gosh, Nihil Spellbomb. So he top deck Ajani and then Nihil Spellbomb. Okay. I fetch, grab a Blood Crypt. I'm down to 3 already, so I'm gonna die to Flage. If he's gonna draw that. Bonecrusher, swing with DRC. I swear to God, I'm just gonna die to Flage. Or Bolt. Static Prison, that's another solid top deck. Nah, we're gonna fire the Unholy Heat. That Shadow, we can keep that on top, probably. And Flage. Can't you just play Flage from the start if you have it? Okay, guys, that's a 3-2. And we lost this game with a bit of unluckiness, and maybe I was too greedy to fetch and, you know, discard and whatever, knowing that Nihil Spellbomb might have come for us. That's why I think DRC, it's not the best fit in this deck and could probably be replaced somehow. Well, 3-2 means 8 wins and 2 losses in 2 leagues. Let's talk about this in the wrap-up. Okay, here we are in the wrap-up. Speaking about the deck, so it's not another 5-0, it's not another 4-1, even though 1 month ago I played almost the same exact deck as this one. No Nethergoyf, but Stalactite Stalker, more budget option. And the result was a 4-1. So it's 12 wins and 3 losses over 3 leagues. To me, it's pretty damn solid. So next week I have a paper tournament here in Switzerland that I really want to perform well in. And I am going to bring this exact deck. I was thinking about cutting 1 Inti and probably 1 Troll of Khazad-dum for 2 Orcish Bowmasters, and probably cutting 1 Fatal Push for 1 Tarfire, just to be able to add 1 more type to the graveyard, just in case we face other Nethergoyfs. And beyond that, the deck felt great, felt solid, felt a lot of fun, and I am happy about Bonecrusher Giant winning me 1 game against the One Ring. That's the highlight of this league for me. And also talking about the sideboard, I should probably just cut off Pyroclasm and play 3 Toxic Deluge, and that's it, probably. Even though Pyroclasm is faster, Deluge is more reliable and gives us a bit of flexibility. Also works well with Death Shadow. About the rest of the sideboard, it generally felt great. Lanka Goodbye is there just against mostly Dimir, Murktide, and the goddamn frog, that I really want the rock to die as soon as possible. Also, Unlicensed Hearse was very good in the last league, only one copy. I don't know, I can probably cut one Surgical and play 2 Unlicensed Hearses. I don't know yet. By the way guys, we are at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you very soon in the next one.